A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome once again to Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought Part 2. Now, for the record, there's plenty of new material that I have here to work with, and there never seems to be a shortened supply of Nerf blasters for me to showcase here on this channel, or better yet, in this series entirely. So, perhaps it's the other way around, all things considered. But to tell you the truth, I unfortunately have some time constraints going on in terms of putting blasters together, in terms of getting these overview and testing features of all these videos initiated. So to put it simply, I won't have that much to work with at the moment, and considering the timing and scheduling of the episodes in question that I've been putting together in recent times, there's just been a ton that I probably won't be able to do. At least not with blasters that don't quite have the capabilities of being put together with Invisibullets. And so, take this Mandalorian blaster for instance. This is one of those cases where I just cannot quite get to work with the invisible integration method. And so, whatever the case may be, it probably is about time that eventually the Invisibullets function test would probably have to be dropped. Because I can't quite get everything to work, right? So, I feel like that an overview is all that I can do here at this point. So, we'll just make these short and simple for what they are, and provided that I get more blasters to work with the invisible integration method, then I could probably have more of these standard Aftersought episodes put together. For now though, a quick overview of the Mandalorian blaster. The Mandalorian blaster, or Mando for short, was a brand new blaster that had been released as of early 2024, mainly as a means of rebuilding the Star Wars blaster series, which had been discontinued as of 2019, especially given the fact that the main series had come to an end, with the latest trilogy ending off on a note that some people find rather questionable. As for me, I loved the trilogy. It was a whole new step into a whole new world, filled with fresh ideas and a ton of extra mileage for the characters that have already existed since day one. And it goes to show, the franchise can not only keep going for as long as it possibly can, all these new shows that Disney Plus has put up, for instance, proves that you can never truly kill Star Wars. I mean, George Lucas has a lot in him. He has a lot of potential to make the series grow, and the franchise itself has definitely taken on a whole new level of epicness. The Mandalorian was among the first to bring up such a huge level of new coming to the franchise, especially because we hadn't gotten a good track record with the latest trilogy between 2015 and 2019. As for this blaster though, it's basically just what it is. It's a 4-dart inline clip system blaster with a unique teal outer color and orange accents, plus some gray for the grip here. All of which is covered in a unique mural on both sides, basically consisting of major characters from the show of The Mandalorian itself. Mando himself, Grogu can be spotted, as well as others like Bo-Katan Kryze, and even his partner are all involved. So of course, when everything's all put together here, you got yourself a pretty good blaster. It's a unique pick-me-up and a bit of an exclusive to Amazon, much like some other blasters that have been sold over the years. So, if you're that much of a fan of Star Wars, then this could be a unique collector's piece, considering that these were exclusive and the quantity wasn't that big. So, it may not be like LMTD material when it comes to Star Wars blasters, but I sure do love this for what it is. And being that this was essentially a reskin of an older Star Wars blaster that we had gotten during the Glow Strike series, as it was called back then, it really is a nice way to not only recycle a design, but also pay tribute to a well-known TV show that was made exclusive for Disney Plus when it first entered the board in 2019. The same year that Glow Strike was discontinued and the latest episode of the main Star Wars timeline had all come around. And so Talk about a lot of coincidences coming around. You have the Star Wars franchise, initially giving us some not so good hope for the future, but The Mandalorian, having had 3 seasons thus far as of today, changing everything that we know about Star Wars. And with that in mind, the inline clip system functionality, unique sliding, and amazing decorative art all bring up a good scoring of 8.7 out of 10.1. And so, one of these days, much like with the majority of other blasters, I would have to carry some of this kind of material over to other series that I have that are Nerf Secrets Revealed related, maybe distance gauge or maybe something else entirely. Whatever that may be, it sure is a nice way to have a good quick pick-me-up, especially if there's a time where, let's say, Christmas had come by and he didn't quite get enough for any Star Wars fan in the family. So, with that in mind, I will probably do more of these quick overview sessions before I eventually see what the problem is with the invisible integration method. And provided that current tests go up the way they should, maybe I'll come back with more of that material. But for now, I could probably have all the blasters in me that I just can't do with invisible integration at this point. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.